Sports betting brethren, hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd. I'm a sports betting market analyst with OddsJam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro. Today we're going to talk about, a strategy and maneuver, sort of a day trade move in sports and sports betting. I want to walk you through a college football bet that I'm identifying and I'm placing a bet on, and show you just the structure of how we hunt and how we find that bet, and then different ways you can put that bet together to profit and get some positive EV out of this. So let's take a look. All right, guys, before we get into the this college football day trade selection and kind of maneuver and structure, I want to first open up to offer a free phone call, a free one-on-one phone consultation to any of those out there that want to just talk about your scenario, where you're located, and help you to understand maybe how you can use the OddsJam tools to profit. There's a lot of different ways to do it, many different ways to do it. The OddsJam tools are very, very robust, and you can really put these into play in any state, wherever you're located. So I want to offer that up. Also, if you've made the decision to go ahead and move forward with OddsJam and get signed up, please use Boyd20, BOYD20. It's going to save you 20% off the first 2 months. What a better time. You've got college football, college basketball coming right around the corner, NBA, NFL, NHL. It's all going on. This is the perfect, beautiful time of the year. So make sure you use that extra edge to save some money, put that back in your bankroll, and make a little extra money using all the tools at OddsJam. All right, guys, let's get started. And this is something, I talk about day trading sports, and day trading sports is just a ton of fun. And let me show you what I mean, kind of the structure of how a bet would go. I'm here at the positive expected value page of OddsJam. You can see the different bets that I've already put in with a green check mark here, because we have a lot of good percent edge on the side here. I like anything above 2.5. I kind of an auto hit, but anything under that, I like to have some good market width under 20, and this one qualifies as that. But further on down, I have a bet picked out that just wanted to show you what I've kind of come across, and what I see here is this Arkansas -7, another Arkansas -7.5, and sometimes when you see two, you see it repeated here, it's an opportunity. You see it a couple of times. It's like, even though your percent edge over here is a little smaller, you've got a great market width here. So this is why I'm kind of honing in on that. So what I've done is I've clicked through that game and opened up, the event. I'm going to view the event here and open this up, and it's going to show us here in a second the total markets screen. Okay, so when we talk about day trading sports and options, you can get in the money, out of the money, going long, going short, etc. So going long would be maybe supporting a team that is the favorite and you think it's going to outperform and do really well. Going short would be maybe to take the other team and counter that. So different terminology in the trading world, but basically the market is right now about 6.5. So the middle of the market, as you can see, most of the market's right around that -110, -110 range. Most of the books. So that's what it's saying here. Is it's saying, even at the OddsJam perfect line's right about dead 100 at that 6.5. Now, what we've seen is some value in a couple of areas. Let me point this out. Go back over here. You have Sport Trade, which is a betting exchange, and they have a -121 juice to the -121. You can go get this though at -114 at Rivers. Okay, so that's the first stop I make. The first stop is I like the fact that I'm getting -5.5, but what I like also is if I go up to, say, the 6 number, still good value. I like this a lot. So this is sort of going up and down the food chain here with these guys. And it's a public book, and I like going against taking a public book in a pricing outlier situation and going up against a mainline book such as this. So you can tell there's some value in this. There's some value all the way up and down the scale here. So the question is, how far do you want to push it relative to these other spread lines that are even further down here? Let me drag this down and show you the markets. Even if you take Arkansas, even a higher number, you can start to get in some really big numbers here. So if you think they're going to blow them out, there's some good value to potentially consider when other books aren't even going there. So this is a bet that I would take, and I really, really like in a couple different ways, and structure this in a couple different methods. I would also go over to Sport Trade and put this bet in, because what I like about Sport Trade is it's here in Colorado. I'll put the QR code up for you to take advantage of, get enrolled, get signed up there. But I want to point out that you can trade out of the trade if things are going bad. At least salvage some of your funds, at the end. Where sometimes some of these sports books, they'll offer you a refund, but typically if they offer you the refunds, because they want to get you out of there. Typically, if they offer you the refund, you don't want to take it, because if you hang in there, you're probably gonna follow that bet to full fruition. And what I've done is I popped over to Sport Trade, and I pulled up this Arkansas game for you. And what's interesting is you can see the trade numbers. You can see the trade information here. So the point spread information on this Arkansas game, right now there's about 28 bets at the Arkansas minus 5.5, and they got a little bit more money. You can see here that there's more trades, and there's actually more money on this side, but it tells you where the money's located. And so at 5.5, they're saying sell. They're saying sell that. And here at 5.5, this money is tilted at this ratio of a little higher. So this is an indicator that this is a good buy side, a good buy location. Now the thing about it is you can also see, the money on the scale, up and down the scale, and clearly, 3.5, it's a lot more variance here. You have less bets, but you can see the dollars, and so it's kind of interesting to compare this market, and you get to see the page there. Let's go back real quick. You get to see the page here with many different bets. You can plug in the totals. You can plug in the the dollars that show you here. There's a definite larger amount of buy. 35 wagers with 24.50 versus the dollars coming in on Mississippi State. So it's interesting to see this number. You can actually pull up any game you want to and research that. But back to this particular game, and again, how I would structure this bet, and what I'm going to do is get some in definitely with Bet Rivers, because that's a great line, great value. But I'm also going to put in a little bit in with Sport Trade, because if things, I like this position. I like to be in this position, and again, if things don't go that way, I can always back bet out. This is why and how you day trade sports. This is one opportunity that you get from the positive EV page, and this is how you use this to your advantage. You're getting plus 115 at 7, so put that bet in. Depending if you want to go up the scale even further, I think you go to 7.5 and even 8, and you get higher and higher values. So typically, if a team's going to cover by that touchdown, they're probably going to cover that pretty well, in that this -8 at plus 135, still a bit of a value here. So that seems to be maybe the threshold of where you would consider holding off. So you can get a couple of different positions in a couple of different locations, all because you're using the data that's coming from OddsJam to put this together. So hopefully this is very, very helpful. There you go. There is one wager, one bet. And of course I do this multiple times, probably have anywhere from 15 to 30 bets going on in a day, depending on the slate of games, depending on the day itself and so forth. And I really try to stay ahead of the timing, understanding that the markets are going to have opportunities prior to all the extrapolation of the value out of it. So on Saturday and Sunday, with the college football and NFL games going on, I have my bets placed, earlier in the week, Wednesday, Thursday, certainly Friday, having it all prepped and ready to go. So there's some strategy and some timing to all this too. And again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'd be happy to help you out with any questions you might have, again, on that one-on-one phone call. If you want to get involved in that and get OddsJam fired up to find some profitable positive EV bets. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.